Hi, welcome to Thread and Thimble. Been away for a while, but hopefully we're going to get back on track doing a video every week or every other week and get some content out there for you. I'm Tracy and you are
Samantha.
And today we're going to do a paneled quilt. Super easy to do, beginner friendly. If you ever wanted to make a quilt, but the cutting, the dauntingness of it is a little much, do this one. It's so simple and you'll get the hang of it. You'll get to know what a quilt is like, how it moves through your machine, and you can do it in a few days, maybe a week if you're not really fast at it. I think it took us an hour.
Yep.
An hour from start, except for the binding.
Yeah.
I'm going to hand stitch the back of the binding. I don't like to machine stitch the back, but you are more than welcome to do that. I just prefer hand stitching the back. But this is the finished product. We'll show you the finished when the hand binding's done. This is the finished product here, and you'll see in the video, we just chalked the lines and drew on them. That's all we did. Added the binding, and we'll tack down the back of it. And here's the back. Just a little cute holiday themed panel. These panels you can get anywhere except for Hobby Lobby. I don't think they sell Halloween. They sell Christmas though, and they usually run a really good sale. Joanns sell the panels. I bought this off of Etsy. Material Girl, I think, was the Etsy shop. Came super fast. It was in perfect condition. You can still see the chalk lines we drew. But once you buff it out, they'll just all go away. They'll just rub right out for you, a little wet cloth on them. And so I hope you enjoy the video. If you have any questions, let us know, and we'll try to get to you and answer your questions. And anything else?
No, I haven't. That was it. It was fun.
That was fun. We'll show you the finished product at the end of the video. We used non-directional print on the back, so it didn't matter which way our cats were going. Some are going up, some are going down. Remember, if you use directional on the back, make sure it goes the correct way. Otherwise, you'll have upside down one side and this side.
Unless that's what you're going for.
Yeah, unless that's what you're going for. Exactly right. So enjoy, and you'll see the finished product at the end of the video. Thanks a lot. Bye. Okay, so what you need to mark your lines is chalk. We're using Taylor's chalk. You can use a pen that's, you can steam it off or whatever. We use chalk, white chalk, because this fabric is kind of funny. We're going to do it 2.5 inches away. Sam's going to start at one corner, and she's going to just make a line, and she's going to use that line as her guide. She's going to go 2.5 inches up and make a line. Our ruler is not long enough for this quilt, so you're going to see how she uses that ruler to measure all the way across, and she just uses the other line as her guide so that she stays consistent. You can go any direction you want. You do not have to do it our way. You can do multiple lines. You can go straight up and down, but if you have a line to follow, it's a little bit easier. And it's okay if you go off the line too.
You can do swirls, you can do anything you want.
And if you make a mistake, you don't need to pick it apart. Just, you keep going. So you can see she's just using it. She's continuing on. And don't worry, it's okay if you don't get a line completely straight. Just make a white mark and take it off. Get your batting and your backing. Backing is down, right side's down. Put your batting on. Make sure they're a little bit longer than your front panel as the fabric does shift. So you want the batting and the backing just a tad longer than the panel.
Yep, and then you're going to put your pins on and put them between your lines. Don't put them on your lines so you don't sew over them. That way you don't have to take anything out during your sewing. It will all stay still. You can use spray and then just start sewing your lines. It's that easy.
Just follow the lines as you go. You're going to see in a little bit Sam's going to roll the quilt so it'll fit underneath my neck. Try to keep going in the same direction. You don't want a big pucker in the middle because the fabric will move. Even if you have pins in it, it's still going to move. So if you continue on the same way, you're going to have better luck. As you can see, she is rolling the fabric right now. Just keep following the lines.
And you shouldn't run into any of the pins because you put them all in the middle. Make sure you have enough bobbin thread.
Yeah, use any thread color you want. Sometimes it's fun to use something real standoutish like purple or bright orange, or you can do something that just matches completely, and that's fine too. This quilt is really easy to do for your very first quilt. I use gloves when I'm doing it. Sam does not.
I like them.
She doesn't like them. Now she's at the end. And now we're going to trim it up.
Yep. Take out all your pins and you can just trim it up, square it up the best you can. The panel should already be squared up, but, you know, who knows. Sometimes it's not.
She's just going right along. She's doing this so we can add our binding to it. And that's our last step. So she's just taking out the extra, getting rid of it. And actually that panel was pretty square. And now we're ready to do the binding. So I had binding. I didn't make the binding. You can make the binding. It's very easy to do. But I had binding that was white and black polka dots, which matched the back perfect. I have no idea where I got this from. But I just had it sitting in my box. So that's what we're using right now.
I think it's like a weird fusible one, too.
Yeah, so it was real stiff.
We didn't actually fuse it, though.
No.
But
I stitched it. I didn't iron it.
they do invent it, so.
Mm-hmm. Yep, just go along. Take your time on this part. Try to stay in that first crevice that's on your binding. And it should work out just fine.
Turn at your corners. Make sure you start at least a 1/2 inch in. When you do start, Tracy doesn't. She'll grab a picker and she'll start picking at it.
Yeah.
And then you can either top stitch it or you can hand stitch it. There she goes. Pick away. She's going to top stitch it and it's all done and pretty.